Alright, so we got here a new patch note for JP. And this week on JP, and this week on Global as well, we're having kind of a slow week, but we got some interesting info here. Slow week, of course, because, you know, whenever the game drops a character that's, like, really hype, they usually give us a week of breathing, you know, save some stuff for the next time that there's a new character, a new hype character coming out, you know. The game, I know it's a gacha game, but it does, you know, it doesn't squeeze us as much as some others do. They do give us a lot of time to breathe and save stuff, and save materials especially, right? But yeah, this week on JP, there's only 2 new things coming, but there's something in this patch that I want to talk about. So, new Gloxinia, which we knew was gonna come out. Glox, I like his cutting, his face. If I can open the tabs and zoom in. I like his face. He looks very menacing. But yeah, new Gloxinia, very cool, and they're bringing back these costumes. I think I might get Guild Funders. I really like Guild Funders. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about what Gloxinia does. We got the info on what he does. We had seen already from a leak an info on one of his cards, and we thought that maybe he would be broken because of it, but we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, the new costumes, if you don't have them. Also, if you play Global and you think you missed out on these, because, you know, maybe you didn't buy them, they come back quite frequently. As of note, I only have Hausers, and I think it's the best one. I feel, actually, Guild Founder is probably the best one. The only thing is that Guild Founder doesn't have a really playable SSR. He only has, like, the green SR Guild Founder that's, like, a really good unit, right? But he's a support unit, so, you know, I don't know. I think we definitely need a new Guild Funder. I like an actual, like, good Guild Funder. That would be actually pretty cool. So yeah, they're just set up as packs. That's it. So, talking about Glox, Glox, right? Let me open him up again. Let me translate. He is a coin shop unit. He will cost 10 coins, and, you know, from time to time he will be discounted in the coin shop for 7. And he will also be available as a pack for $100 or 88 euros. You get Glox, 100 gems, and I think raid materials in SSR penance. I'm probably gonna have to buy that one. I don't have 10 coins. This is so sad. Gonna get 5 likes. But yeah, Platinum Coin Shop and the pack as well. Alright, so what does he do? Grand Cross Database translated. I always have the Grand Cross Database website in my description. I should put it Twitter as well. But yeah, got translated, so it's pretty much, let's see what he does. So these are the rank 3 skills, by the way. So we don't know exactly how the rank 1s will be, but we can have an idea. So his first attack skill, which this is how it looks, the skill. Inflicts damage equal to 180 to all enemies, and you can use, and enemies can only use rank 1 skills for 2 turns. Now, that's a very interesting ability. That means that if you're facing a Lost Vein Meliodas and you attack him, and you crit him, and he, you know, and he gets ranked up, that means that he can't use his level 2 cards. You know? He'll not be able to use any cards because he's attack sealed. Or else, or better, his skill rank 2 and 3 sealed, right? There's an issue though. If the guy's using King, which a lot of people are, he can just cleanse it, right? But, you know, multipliers for that card will definitely be the same as Gopher, given that Gopher's multipliers are end on 180. It will probably be 120 in the first with no effect, right? 120 in the second and seal for 1 turn, and 180 in the third and seal for 2 turns. It's an interesting card that other characters now will have. But, you know, we continue. Spirit Spear, Basquia's 7th form, Moon, that's a huge name. Removes debuffs and heals HP of all allies equals to 300% attack, and grants debuff immunity for 2 turns. This is actually Blue Elizabeth's card. I would not know if that this was Blue Elizabeth's card if not for Global getting her this week. But yeah. Removes debuffs and heals HP of all allies but equal to 300% of attack, grants debuff immunity to 2 turns. It's the same card. So level 1 we just remove debuff from 1 ally, and level 2 we remove debuffs from 1 ally and then heal 200% grants debuff immunity for 2 turns. It's not that great. It's definitely usable, but also definitely not that great. Rank 1 ult inflicts ruin damage. Let me take a look at it again. Glox. Let's take a look at his ultimate again. Inflicts ruin, increases damage dealt by 30. Actually, they are changing this from 20 to 30%. So it increases damage dealt by 30% per debuff on the target and removes debuffs. And inflicts 460 up to 840. It's not a very good ult. Very basic ult, it's just damage. And lots of times, the enemy's not gonna have like 5 debuffs for like insane damage. And here's the thing about Ruin that I really dislike, right? There is literally a effect in the game called Weak Point. Oh, mistaken. There's literally an effect in the game called Weak Point, which triples the damage if the enemy has 1 debuff. Now Ruin, you require the enemy to have a lot of debuffs to do that much damage. So that's why I don't like Ruin. Like Weak Point is literally sitting there being better, you know? But yeah. Commandment, allies and enemies who use 2 or more skills in a single turn will have their attack-related stats reduced by 30%. This effect only activates when Gloxinia is in the battle. This effect will take turn before the second skill. If you don't know, Gloxinia was semi-made to counter Blue Demon Meliodas when he was at his peak. Green Gloxinia released a little after Valenti, when they were heavily pushing for countering Blue Demon Meliodas in the meta. And this commandment was pretty much made to counter him. So if Blue Demon Meliodas was to use 2 cards, then he would have his attack related stats, so even his pierce rate would be reduced by 30%. The issue is that this also affects your team as well, and it's so annoying. If you use a Starossa, and you think a Starossa's commandment is annoying, imagine 30%. Yeah, a Starossa is like 1 attack, right? But still, it's just annoying. and the worst part is if it's like skills. It's not even like attacks. It's skills. So if you use 2 support skills of 1 character, like 2 healing cards for whatever reason, they're gonna have their attack release stats reducted. So it's like, I really like this commandment. I really do. Unique, so or passive. One who's protected by the sacred tree. The enemies, the heroes' skills are ranked up when. My brain dead. When heroes' skills are ranked up, fills the ultimate gauge by 1. So, yeah, there is an issue, except for ranking up due to skill effect. So you can't really get that with Gopher. What I was thinking that maybe it would be a very good strategy, right? If you're using Ult Rush with maybe Glox for some reason, you double rank him up if you get 2 rank ups in the first turn, and then you get 2 ult gauge for him, and then you attack with someone else to get their ult gauge, right? But it doesn't work with Gopher, so you'd have to combine cards for the passive to work, and it doesn't mention that the allies also have the effect, so I'm assuming only Glox has the effect. So, oh yeah, and database even specifies that it wasn't specified if the effect is intended for all allies. Yeah, I assume that it's only for him, and legitimately I don't think they would give him for all allies. So, Glox seems pretty mid, which is unfortunate because once we got the info that Glox would be a healer that would stop the enemies from using level 2 skills, we thought that was Pog, dude. But it's from his attack card. He needs to. I mean, I kind of knew that it would probably be from his attack card, and he needs to be, rank 2 or 3, and you can cleanse it. If I was to, be like a regular player that doesn't need to showcase units, I wouldn't just buy his pack for sure, and I would wait for him to be discounted. Same thing for like Monspeed and Dreyfus. They weren't very good. I don't know why they're trying so hard to make coin shop units not good. Actually, Dreyfus, alright, I'll give Dreyfus one thing. His passive of filling the ult gauge is useful, and you can use him in a lot of places, right? But, just ain't all of that. And Monspeed, you can make some fun teams with him. I'll give it that. But yeah. We'll see, actually, okay, when we actually get Gloxinia, we'll really know how good he is. But for now, doesn't seem like the best. Now, the thing I actually wanted to talk about is this. at the end right here, after they, talk about this stuff, adjustment on the contest destroy, doesn't matter. Fix an issue, well, no one cares. Others, added vote icon for first anniversary survey. We're getting prepared for first anniversary. If you don't know, first anniversary should be in the first or second week of June. So next month, we are, what, 6th of May, so I want to say in like about a month, we should be getting anniversary. So if you want to start saving gems, here's the time. And if you play Global, and if you want to, start Grand Cross on JP, maybe anniversary could be the time, because legitimately, it would be the perfect time for Lost Vein Meliodas to come out, right? To come back, I'm sorry. It would be the perfect time for Lost Vein to come out, or to come back. And if you can possibly re-roll an account with both Lost Vein Melee and the new anniversary unit, Pog. Poggers, Champers. Literally Pog. Like, couldn't be better. Couldn't be a better reroll, because Lost Vein Melee is like the best summon in the game by far. And then Gopher is a login bonus. Actually, legitimately, if you want to create a JP account right now and go for the login bonus until a month and get Gopher for free without playing the game, and then wish and hope to get lucky first multi anniversary, that would be even poggers. But rerolling the day it comes out is better, right? Because you're gonna have multiple chances. So no shit. If you're playing Global and you're like, oh, I want to play GP because I want to get these characters earlier. I see all these videos with the new cool characters and I want to have the characters earlier because I can just wait. Your chance would be anniversary. I think right now Yzelgis is really cool. He's a really fun unit. But anniversary is probably gonna be someone even cooler. And if they're willing to ask us who the who the characters we want could be, once this survey comes out, I'll make a video on it. You guys are gonna be you guys are gonna know how the survey is gonna be. But if they are to ask us maybe who we want for anniversary, that would be cool. That would just be cool. Imagine, if they make an option. I mean, to be fair, it's only a month away, and I'm definitely sure that they already have the characters ready, right? They already have the animations done and everything. There's no way they just don't. They would have prepared for a while, right? So I'm assuming maybe what they'll do ask us is, what do you guys want as like rewards? What do you guys want as events? That would be cool. Maybe they'll ask us if you want a new raid, a new level cap, But, once the survey comes out, we'll talk more about it. That's really cool. It's really cool that they're asking us stuff. My friend, the Grand Cross database, is going to translate because it will be all in Japanese. But yeah, okay. Thank you guys for watching.